Yesterday we did this. Today we'll see the. So we were not able to sort it. So now if I give again, it's not coming. Once again, I think I have to restart my system. Please don't mind, okay?
Yes, ma'am, sure.
Yeah, Yogita. I'm really sorry for the delay.
Yeah, no problem.
Mm. Okay. Bye. Bye. I wanted to show you another thing here. See here what we did. Our formula was B3 divided by 1 plus C3. This was our formula. And when we entered, no problem. Just, okay. So now here we will sort. To sort, just we have to give the shift control the entire array. Okay, if you enter, so you can see the entire column has been sorted. See, before in the normal Excel, this single value was coming. We had to drag here. Then only it was auto
Yeah, we
populating the
used
next.
to enter and then we used to
Yes,
drag and enter, right?
yes. But here you can see it is auto populating. Means this is a spill range. It is called as a spill range. So the property. So let's dig a little bit deeper into spill ranges and their properties. Now, like we have talked about, the spill range is the array of range of cells what that contains the result of a single dynamic array formula. Okay, so it is the result of a single dynamic array formula which will spilled into the adjacent cells. नहीं नहीं आती है. Once. Okay. Yes, I'm back. So, looking at this example, here we have got a dynamic array formula in E3. This is the dynamic array formula. What it does is it will solve the issue. It is producing the sorted list that are based on the this industry list in the column A, that it is producing in the column E. So now a couple of things to note here, like we saw only that first cell in the rates in the range cell E3, where the dynamic array formula was initially entered. Only that first cell is editable. Only this cell is editable. If I go on click, you can see the
Okay.
formula has been dimmed,
Okay.
you can see. So if we want to edit the formula, we can do only by the first cell. We cannot edit in the
Fourth
adjacent cells.
cell.
Okay,
Okay.
so it gets grayed out because that you can see the formula is grayed out, because you can no longer edit it. A couple of other things to call out here is, like we talked about, self formatting won't automatically carry over to the entire spill range. So now you will see formatting applied to the first cell where you entered the formula, but all other values in the range will inherit general formatting. So whatever formatting will be there, it will be only for this. It won't be applicable for the adjacent cells. So that is the, and in the referenced cells, the spill range will update automatically, and it will resize to fit the resulting array. That's why they call it dynamic. So if the size is changing, here you can see the size. If we were in the previous I mean legacy excel, it so is what I'm going to say is, if we were in the legacy excel, we had to adjust this. If we do like this, then only it used to fit the value. But you can see here the automatically it has occupied the space. You can see here professional services is lengthier than education, but still it has automatically fit. It has made space for its own, and it has fit in this cell. So that is the property of the spill range. And the last thing to call out right here is that you can use a pound symbol to reference an entire spilled range. I'll show you. So if we take the sum of each, wait, I'll show you the demo. So, so we have the sort function here. So we have gotten the alphabetical set of the list. So now here in column G, now I want to return the whole range including salary and growth rate. that I want to include. And I want to sort the industries by average salary from highest to lowest. Well, I can use sort again. This time, instead of column A, I want to return the entire array of the column. Now wait, I'll show you. So you can see here I'll put sort. There here we sorted according to the column A, but I want to sort according to the entire array. So how I can do it? I can just click on this shift control. So I have given the entire array from A3 through C19, and I do want to specify a sort index here because I'm not sorting by the first column. So, sort in indexes according to which column we want to sort the array. So I am because I don't want to sort according to the column A, I want to sort it by uh, want to sort it by the second column, which is average salary. So you can use a sort index of 2 because it was second, it is the second column. And then the sort or order again, the default behavior would return in industry sorted ascending by average. The default behavior is by ascending order. But what I want to do here is uh, in this case I want to see the highest salary at the top instead of lowest one. So I will go with the descending, so it will be of -1. So -1 for the ascending order. Now I will close the parenthesis. Now you can see it has sorted the entire array according to the descending order of the salary, average salary.
Okay.
Okay, so that is the.
Yeah.
So I have got my list of industries from my source data, where average salary is arranged according to descending order. It is a very straightforward but also very powerful tool. Last but not the least, let's practice using some of these array constants. So this time we want to return the top industries first by the growth rate and then by the average salary in cases where the growth rate is same. So we can use a sort here. So we'll put a sort, and we're going to sort that same range A3 through C19. And this time instead of a simple what to say, instead of a simple sort in index of 1, 2 or 3, we are going to use an array constant to tell Excel to sort by the third column first growth rate and then the second column salary. So I'll show you. My this thing will be A3, and then flower braces here. So I'm going to type an opening curly bracket here, specify the third column index, comma, then the 2. So if you specify 2 then 3, then it will sort according to the 2, not 3. Then I will close it. And then I have the third this thing. I will sort by maybe again last argument. Here is the sort order. If you wanted to sort both those columns the same way, in this case descending, I don't need another array. I can simply type -1, close it off, and press enter. So you can see the I'm arranging according to third column and the second column. The third column should come in descending order. So you can see 0.0 2135. One second. A3 through C19 3 comma, oh sorry, here I did not put minus 1. You can see here this has been arranged in the descending order. So 0.04, then 0.035, it is the last is the 0.01. So it is sorting first by the growth rates, which looks right, and in cases where growth rate is the same, we are sorting descending by average salary. So here you can see these finance and the label industry, they have the same year of growth, 0.033, 0.033. For those two, you can see it has been arranged in the descending order, 6244. And even for this thing, you can see 0.026, 0.026. For those two industries, it has been arranged in the descending order. So where there is same field or the same value, for those value, the next column will be in the descending order. So this is the sort function. So now we'll see sort by. Hello,
Yes, ma'am.
you are there, right? Okay.
Yes, yes, I'm here.
So I need this thing. The PDF file I need where we have slides. This is another laptop. This is not the
Okay.
that laptop. So I don't have that PDF file.
Uh, so if you want, I can send it to you on WhatsApp web because I have that file with me.
No, no, no. I will send it by just by mail. I'll send it to you.
Okay, okay, sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was trying to help
I
because
think I
I was.
haven't given the slides for you. I have given the slides for you. Huh?
I guess so. I the files which I have is like you have mentioned the name as Excel workbook.
This I didn't
Excel.
give. I guess.
Okay, Excel plus demo workbooks. Only that
Mm-hmm.
PDF I have.
Uh-huh. You send me your email ID. I'll send it now itself for
Okay.
you also.
Do you want me to tell here or should I WhatsApp you?
Wow, WhatsApp me. Like,
Okay. I have sent my email ID, ma'am. Please check.
okay, we have here the sort by. Um, So this one is very similar to sort with one very important distinction, which is that it can sort an array of data by columns that live somewhere else. They don't have to live within that initial reference array. So the syntax looks a little bit different here with the sort by. You have got your initial array, that's the cells that you want to sort, but the second required argument here is the by array, and that's the array according to which you want to sort. This is very similar to the index in a sort function, except here we can reference a completely different range of cells to use as our sorting criteria. And then we have got some optional or arguments. We have got the sort order, we and the same story where one is the default behavior as ascending, or you can use negative for the descending. Want to sort descending. And then finally you have got any additional pairs of arrays that you would like to sort. So just like in our last example, if you wanted to sort by one column, then another sort by accommodates the exact same behavior. So a quick example here. Yeah, imagine we have got that same product level data that we looked at with the sort demo, like got products in column A, and we have got sales margin here in column B and profit, and we wanted to use a sort by function to return just the product and sales data. But here is the catch: we don't want to sort by either product or sales. We actually want to sort by profit, which lives in column D. That's where sort by can help us out. So in this case, the resulting array from F2 through G10 is sorting the data from columns A and B, but it's sorting them ascending descending by profit. So we
Okay.
the array is A and B, but we see in the last example here you can see we were see this is our array. Here you can see this is our array A3 through C19, and our column, the sorting index also lives in that array only, right? So
Okay.
this is one example, but in this case that is not the exact thing. Where will I put that?
Because we are going to sort it by the profit.
Yes. Ah.
Okay.
So we are going to sort it by profit, which is not in that array.
Array,
So
yeah.
in that case, we can use sort by, which lives outside of that original array. Okay.
Okay.
So essentially, this just gives our sort function a little bit more flexibility in terms of the data that we want to return in our spill range. So now let's jump back into excellent practice giving this sort by function. So
Okay.
I'll go back to me. So this is my sort by. So all right. So we are in the Excel. We are in the third tab, sort by. We have got the same raw data that we were dealing with before, and we are going to start by producing the same output that we wrapped up within our last two demos. So we wanted the top industries by growth rate first, and then average salary, both but in descending order. So just like we did in the last demo, we could use a sort here because both those columns and average, a salary and earlier percent growth exist within the source array in this example that we are sorting. Okay, but we could also use a sort by to accomplish the same thing, and let's do that. Just we get comfortable with the syntax here. So I'll give the sort by. And the first argument is the array of data that we want to return and sort here in our spill range. So my array would be the entire this thing. because we want all three columns to be represented here. So A3 through C19 we have selected, and the first column that we want to sort by is the growth rate. So the growth rate is in the, I can see it is in the third column, that is C3 to C19. It will, yes, growth rate will be C3 to C19, and the negative one for the descending order. And then the second column that we want to sort by is average salary in B3 through B19. So wait a second. If you're not understanding now, you will get to know once we get
Yeah, I was
output.
about to tell you that this is getting a bit complicated for me.
Yes, yes. And also let's sort this one with the descending order. So negative one.
-1.
Yes. Close the. We will close the parenthesis and press enter. So now we can see we have got the output, and we get the exact same results that we saw in our sort. So you can see here, same result we got. I'll tell you
Yeah,
why.
same.
Same result. So basically these two formulas are doing the same work, but only there is change in the syntax.
Yeah.
Okay. So first we are here, what we are telling, A3 through C19, and we
A3.
have given 3 comma 2 in the flower braces, right? But here
Yeah.
instead of giving the flower braces, we are
Doing it
uh,
all at once.
yes, we are specifying individually.
Yeah.
Okay, and we are
Okay.
giving -1 to each column. That is only the difference between these two in the syntax wise.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay, now so actually this is not the actual demo. I just want to show you what is the difference between the syntax.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so but again we could have if we, so now we'll see the exact thing. So now here we'll see the sort by actual demo. So let's go ahead and start with the sort by function. So I'll give you a sort by, and the array number is the data. So I would like to give this thing, but I want to sort those in industries by a different field that lives outside of this array. So let me say that I want to sort it by average salary. So what I will do, I'll put comma, and I will give this thing.
B3. B19.
So I want to sort it by descending order.
Okay. -1.
Okay. So you can see
Hmm.
at that time we were giving the column which was living inside the array, but here we can give the column which is outside the array also.
Okay.
Okay. So we have sorted the list, but not according to the alphabetic order, but according to the descending order of the column B, that is average salary. So
Average salary.
law, so this in industry has the highest average salary. So here is law. Okay. So this is the sort by. So now we will see the filter function. We have next up, we have one of the most powerful dynamic array functions out there, that is the filter function. And what this does is it filters an array of data based on specified criteria, and then only returns the matching results or records. Syntax wise, pretty straightforward. You have got two required parameters or arguments here. The first is the array of cells that you want to filter. Keep in mind this is going to dictate the size of your spill range. And then the second required parameter here is the include argument. This is where you drop in any logical test that can be used to determine the filter criteria. So any kind of test that evaluates to true or false, and what Excel is going to do is it's going to run through that logical test for every row in the array, and it's only going to keep the records that evaluate to true. So that's essentially how it's filtering out any rows that don't meet the filter criteria. And then last option argument here, you can specify some text string to return in case no values pass the filter. So quick example here. Here we are looking at product data in column C or C. We have got product names, category names and cells, and what we are doing in this case is we are filtering that entire source range A to C, like A through C10, this one, A2 through C10, but only for cases where the category for column B is equal to clothing. And you could do that a couple of ways. You could type B2 through B10 equals clothing, and codes are like we are showing here in the example. But you could point to a cell containing that value, which is in case here F1. So F1 category, so you can point to that also. So this is the array A2 to C10, and the next is the column, like include a logical test to determine the filter criteria. So on this column I want to put the filters. So what is the filter? B2 to B2 through B10 equal to F1. So F1 has clothing, so wherever there is clothing, only those rows will be selected. If at all, if this is false, then it should return as no result. Okay, so let us have a quick demo on this. So here this is also filter. And if you want to create an, and we can use if empty also. If you want to create an and function, we have to put a uh, asterisk symbol, and we can include another column, that is C2 through C10 should be greater than F2, means it should be greater than 5000. So only those rows has to be selected. Okay,
Okay.
so we have another filter also. So for the or here, and means we will put a multiplication sign or the asterisk sign. For the or, we'll have plus sign. So if either of the results are true, then it has to give the if either of the condition are true, it has to give the result. If both are false, then it has to give the no results. So don't worry if you're getting confused. We'll have a quick demo on this on all the three topics. So let's go back. So we have filter command here. I mean filter tag. So and here is the raw data that we are working with now. So now instead of just looking at industries, we have industry and job titles, as well as here in column B, along with average salary and your growth rates here in column C and D. So your goal here is to use filter functions to basically pull out filtered list from that raw source array based on certain criteria. And the first case here, what we would like to do is simply return a filtered job list for a given industry. Uh, so and we have got a data validation drop down cell here. So if you give, so you can select the category here. I mean the technology or this thing, the industry. So this is the unique industries. And down here we have starting row 7. This is where I want to return that filtered list. This is our working area. So let's go ahead and do. The array that we are referencing is the entire array of data. This is the entire array. We want to pull in all of these columns into a spill range. So I'm going to actually select a 3, do my favorite control shift. So what I'll say, I'll put a formula filter. So I'll say A3, shift control right arrow key once and down arrow key once. So it will select entire array. So that would be our first argument, that is the array. So it is going to grab the entire reference out. So and remember, this is where I put my logical test on my filter criteria to tell Excel which of those rows or records I want to keep in my results. So for that logical test, I have to give the condition here. So I will put a comma and now I will give a condition. So just in plain English, I want to keep any row where the industry equals right now manufacturing, or whatever industry is selected there in cell G3. So what I can do is, so to tell Excel to do that, we are going to select the industries in a A3 through A86. So I'll say A3 through A86. If this the values in this column, if it is equal to G2 or G3. And now Excel is going to iterate through each row in column A. It's going to check, does that industry name equal the industry selected in G3? If yes, that's going to equate it to true. If no, that equates to a false, and all the falses will be excluded, and I will return only the rows that produce a true outcome in that filter criteria. Last but not the least, the optional argument, if empty, we could do something like no jobs for this selected industry. So if the cell is empty, then it has to give this no jobs for selected industry. We can have this message. Or anything you want, just if you hit enter, something went wrong, typo error. Okay, I did not give the. So you can see that where it has filtered out the industry A3 through D86. If the industry is equal to technology, then it is filtering only for technology. So if I give retail, so you can see it has given only the retail. So this is how filter works. So we have got all our manufacturing jobs. So this is all dynamic media jobs. If you just in the drop down list, if you select any other, it will filter based on that. So very simple using a filter function. But of course we are not going to stop here. Now so suppose we want to account for multiple filter criteria. Now we want the job list for a given in industries, just like I did now, but we also want to add a criteria for salary also. So we want to see all of the technology jobs in this case with an average salary greater than 1 lakh. So for that what we can do is, or whatever values entered in L. So here let me copy this formula. So here we need to include the and. So we need even this condition. Along with this we need another condition also. For that we need to use and. For that we will use asterisk, and again I will open a parenthesis, and I'll say the average salary, shift control, this should be greater than the salary specified in L4 in this. So here I'll say L4. Say here L3. So this would be my this thing. So if I hit enter, oh sorry, I'm doing here. I should have done here. What I'm doing. So this is one condition, and another condition is C3.
Column C
Yes,
should be
is
greater than.
greater than ah, it's greater than this value K4, not
1 lakh
K4.
dollar.
This L4. It is not taking. It's greater than. No jobs for selected industry. Why it is not? 1 lakh is the highest one. Huh? We have now. This will be okay. So you can see we have got here. So we have applied two conditions here. That is and. That industry has to be technology, and even the salary should be greater than the minimum salary, that is L4. So here what I'll say, I'll change this, I'll change to operations. So now okay, there are no jobs because operations might not be having salaries greater than 1 lakh. So if I give here maybe 50,000, $5,000. So you can see here operations. We have got the this
Yeah,
thing.
now it is showing.
Ah. So in the same way, you can have the uh, this thing also plus also in the asterisk you have to just give plus and it will be or function. Okay, you want me to show that also, or you can do it by yourself?
Yes, yes, please.
You You want me to show that?
Yeah, yeah. I want you to
Okay.
show that.
Okay. I can just give plus here. And for that, here, let me go with the year of growth. Year of growth. And here I will say 3% plus, if you not enter. Okay. Otherwise, we need not give L4. Here, what I'll give is, let it be 5,000 only. So, what I'll do here, I'll give more than 3%. It should be year of growth. So, you can see wherever there is more than 3%, it has filtered out. Okay. So, you have any doubt here?
No, ma'am. Till now, no doubts.
Okay. Now we'll see the unique function. So we'll complete this unique and we'll continue tomorrow. So,
Okay.
and what unique does is it removes duplicates from an array and returns only the unique records. So syntax wise, pretty straightforward. Just one required argument, which is the array of cells that you want to remove duplicates from, and then you have two optional or arguments here. The first is the by call or by call column or argument. You would specify a true or one here if you want Excel to look column by column to remove duplicates. Otherwise, you can leave it blank or specify false or zero to go row by row, which in many cases is what you want. And then finally, you have this last optional argument exactly. Once if you specify a true or one, you are only going to extract values that appear once and exactly once in your array. So don't worry, we'll have a demo and that time we'll understand. So then it, if we have not mentioned this exactly once or not, otherwise it's going to extract all uniques even if they appear multiple times, which is default. So let's have a quick example here again. Looking at product and category data, we could use a unique function. So, and reference cells B2 through B10 to extract a unique list of category values, in this case electronics, sports, clothing, music and games. Even though some of those categories appear in multiple rows, and if for whatever reason we wanted only the categories that appear one time in one single record or row within our array, you could use the optional third parameter here. So we are specifying false for the by column argument and true for the exactly once argument, and that's going to return only two category names, music and games, because music only appears in row 5 and games only appears in row 6 and little. And we have a pro tip here. In this example, we are only referencing a single column in the array, the category column. But if you include multiple columns in your array reference, what Excel is going to do is returning the combination of values across these columns. Okay. So, and I will show an example of this in just a minute. So with that, that's the unique function. Let's jump into Excel and practice applying this to our data. So, all right. So we are heading towards unique. So, and here we have got our familiar Glassdoor data, what industries, job title, salary, and growth here. in columns maybe 30, and we are going to use the unique function to do. We are going to return a unique list of industries, and then we are going to check if there are any industries that only appear once. And because our data is at the job title level, that's the uh, granularity of our data that could translate. uh, so okay, come. So let's start here, and I'll say equal to unique. So I will give the this entire column A3, A3 through A86. Close it off, press enter. So, and there you have it. We have got our unique list of 17 industries. Now I mentioned with that pro tip, you don't have to reference a single column array here. We could reference columns A and B, and what that's going to do is look for any unique combination. So here what I'll say, I want to include this column as well, B86.
Okay.
So here it will take the unique combination. No, no. See here there are unique combination, but still you can see the repetition of technology or the list of indexes. But here you should think of the two columns, the combination. You can see technology developer is one combination, and you
Okay.
don't see that combination by
As two
I
columns.
see. So these
Okay.
are the unique combinations. Okay.
Okay.
So it is going to look for any unique combination of those two fields. So in this case, if there were the same job title within the same industries, those duplicates would be removed. In this case, we don't actually have any duplicates at that level. So I'm going to just undo that and go back to our column. And then last but not the least, if you wanted those one job in industries, the industries that only appear once, we can start the exact same way. So what I'll say, one job industries, if we need, we can unique. Then I'll say this one, shift control down, then comma, then can I either type in a false or a zero, which is kind of default, or it could just press another comma to bypass. Like you can put false or zero, by default it will take false or zero. So you can see here, true means it returns unique columns, false means it will return unique rows.
Unique rows. Okay.
So let us give the default one only. I won't put anything. I'll just put another comma to bypass
Okay.
that option or argument entirely, and specify a true or a one here to indicate that I only want values that appear exactly once. So
The
put
first
one.
option.
Yes. So one job industry is only real estate or design. So let me put a this thing here. So real estate. So you can see real estate has only one job, property manager, and another industry what it showed is And real estate and design. See, if you're not understanding what I'm saying, so real estate has only one job, that is property manager. Real estate will not, is not repeated again, you can see. And even design also, design is also having only one job, that is graphic designer. So like that you can check. If you want any single if you want the values which has repeated only once, or which is iterated only once, you can put the formula like this. You can say, if it has only repeated once. What if it has two title jobs? So if I give two here, so three. So it has given real estate and design. And just with a quick scroll through, I see real estate does in fact only appear once, and we saw that even design appear only once. And a similar story with the design. So just one job shown in our data set, which is graphic designer. So there you have it, a quick primer on how to use the unique dynamic array function. So next is, do we have time? Okay, no, we don't have time. Okay, it is next. We have a lengthier this thing, so we'll continue tomorrow only. Okay.